Hey guys, welcome to F1 Podcast, episode 127. The only podcast to feature Max and Pep.
That's true. That's true.
How you doing today? How are you enjoying qualifying, which we watched last night, Max, for Singapore? How'd you enjoy it?
We did. Mate, I did enjoy it. It's always a bit of an anomaly for me to watch a night race, as I'm sure it is for all of you guys.
Don't the cars look a little bit different in the night, don't you think?
They do.
Slightly different.
They do indeed. But it's great to see, the fans out there as well. The Singaporean fans, sitting in the stands watching qualifying. And, it's an interesting circuit. A fairly slow circuit. But, okay nonetheless, I guess. But I'd like to see the cars, really open their top speed up, but this is not really the type of circuit that allows that to happen. But good all the same.
Like a lot of circuits, I really prefer the in-car footage. Seeing the cars from the side, from the camera angles doesn't do too much, but when you see the in-car footage at Singapore particularly, you just get to see how quickly they are actually going through some of those chicanes, through some of those corners. I was loving it last night, Max. It was very late. I had a few of these ones and I was just,
a couple of them. A couple of those ones. Get the sponsorship. Oh, sorry, there you go. Yeah, those ones, yeah.
The sponsorship that we're not getting, but anyway.
Oh, that's right.
So mate, we're going to talk about our tips for this Grand Prix, and Lewis did extremely well in qualifying, and this morning we woke up and of course he's got some good fuel on board as well. He's not light like some of the other drivers around him. So who's your tip for to win the race, mate?
Oh, it's got to be Lewis. McLaren bought some serious updates to the car heading into to this race, and they seem to have gone well. And Lewis, as you said, is well fueled. I see no reason why Lewis, barring some horrible mechanical failure, couldn't win this race. He started in pole. It was a great lap. I mean, he started off the weekend, a little bit iffy, and then put it together when it needed to be done. And he's done a fantastic job. And I don't think that there's any reason for our fans at McLaren not to be happy with the fact that he might very well win this race.
Yeah, I agree, Max. I've got Lewis to win the race as well. I just think, like you say, with the parts that McLaren have, the speed that he has, the qualifying pace that he had, just the fact that there's a bit of momentum with the McLaren team, and he just seems very confident, Max. He just seems like he's looking like he's going to win the race. So I reckon that Lewis is going to win the race as well, mate. And I've got a bit of a speculator for P2. Alonso starting on the good side of the circuit for the start of the race, and I think he's got a bit of a fire in his belly, Max. So I'm calling Alonso to get P2 and to do it in Singapore without any assistance from Grosjean. So yeah, Alonso's my P2, mate.
All right, fair enough. I've picked Rosberg for my P2. I think it's great to see Williams, back up the pointy end of the grid when it comes to qualifying. Qualified P3. So I picked him to come second in this race. Williams, their car seems to suit this type of circuit, and his fuel's okay. And he's starting on the right side of the grid, starting the good side of the grid, I should say. So I'd like to see Nico Rosberg finish on the podium at least. But yeah, I picked him for my P2.
Okay, and P3, Max?
P3, I've gone for Sebastian Vettel. He's fueled very light, no doubt about it.
He's got a new helmet for this Grand Prix, I noticed. Did you notice that, Max?
No.
He had another new helmet for Sebastian.
Oh really? Okay. Another one. No, I've picked him for P3. He's running light. And that Red Bull seems to be fairly quick around here. I mean, his compatriot, sorry, not his compatriot, his teammate, Mark Webber, is qualified in 4th. So the Red Bulls are up there or thereabouts, but yeah, I'm picking Seb to come third. Mate, you?
Well, I'm picking Vettel to have some problems during the race, and also Rosberg as well. I think that Alonso is going to get past both of them going into the first few turns. So once again, Max, I'm picking Webber for a podium. I'm picking him to get P3 in Singapore. So I don't know why. I just think that maybe Rosberg tends to sort of go backwards a little bit during the race, and I really hope he doesn't actually. But you know, and Vettel's had some mechanical problems and some reliability issues, and you know, I don't know, maybe I'm hoping that Webber will get the podium in Singapore, so I'm calling Webber for P3, mate.
Fingers crossed.
Alright guys, well, we're going to have this video up before the race, so let us know your comments, and we'll be commenting on this after the race, talking about who won and why our tips were so shit, Max, or what the hell happened with that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And we're going to do another video straight after this about Renault, so stay tuned for that.
Catch you guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.